All right, hi friends, hi fam. So what we're trying to do now is the last Tuesday of every month is like your PS coach call. So it's a smaller group. It's just, I don't know, just in case. Because I know sometimes, you don't get like a lot of one-on-one with me. So I wanted to do it where we have smaller calls together. And I don't have really an agenda tonight. I'm hoping to hear from some of you guys. If anything's working really well for you, we can talk about Success Club and last minute strategies. I think I had 12 promo codes and I only used 3 of them because I talked about it on social, but people aren't really asking for them. And so if they're not asking, I'm not offering. So if there are any of you that have a few people on the fence and you need a promo code, let me know. I think I have 9 left, or maybe I have 12 left. Maybe I had 15. I can't remember because you get 3 per business center. So some of you might still have promo codes, but I just wanted to offer that up if it would help any of you guys hit Success Club. Probably the best way, maybe just put it in our Follow Your Bliss family, the Real OG page, maybe, and they'll just be first come, first serve. So yeah, if you've got anyone that's like on the fence or financially, it's a, thing, then you can offer them. So I did see, now if you're a diamond coach, you get what is called the Diamond Insider, and you just get a couple day head start, sneak peek, not really head start, a sneak peek into what's coming in August. So I did see that, and you guys will get this, I think, on August 1st, but Morning Meltdown is going to continue to be $20 off the whole month of August. And then if you achieve success, if it's your first month to achieve Success Club, and you achieve Success Club 5, then you'll get a Jericho bobblehead in August. If you've already achieved Success Club once before ever in your coaching career, then you need to hit Success Club 10 to get the Jericho bobblehead. They're also running $10 off the Beachbody Performance Recover Formula. So as people are doing Morning Meltdown, if people are feeling like they're really sore, I would recommend the Recover Formula to them and let them know it's $10 off. The 3-day refresh kits are going to be 10% off the 3rd week in August, it looks like, August 19th through the 26th. So you'll see more about that. And then end of the month, August 26th, Morning Meltdown 100 apparel launches. And for those of you who struggle with maybe getting some engagement in your group and, having it be really active, I think it would be a fun contest to do something where you, ask them to complete their first, because it's August 20th, so it would be like the first 30 workouts, or you could do it small, like a smaller thing, but then whoever does it and comments and stuff is in the drawing for you to send them like a Morning Meltdown shirt or something like that, running fun little challenges. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of spark to get engagement going. So those are all the things that I think are coming up in August. I also am going to upload, so once you get to 5-star, there's a group called the Roundtable, and it's a leadership group, and this girl put together an incredible, I don't know what she called it, let me see if I can find it, but she put together this incredible meal plan. I'm going to upload it into our Real OG page. But I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to share. So I'll upload this and then you guys can post it in your boot camps. But it's a PDF version and it's her meal plan for the week. And she said she's going to share them every week. So we'll see if she does or not. But as she shares them, I will share them with you guys. I feel like it's a cool thing to share with your boot camp. But it's her meal plan for the week, and it has everything laid out, including a grocery list. And then it's got the recipes for everything here for what she follows. And then it's also got I really like this feature where she shared stuff about different supplements that we have to educate them more and kind of help with retention and stuff. So this whole thing, I thought it was, one, so freaking pretty, and I want to know how she did it. And two, I just think it's a really cool thing and makes you look very professional to share it into your boot camp. So you guys can, I'll upload that and share it with you guys. But I just think it's awesome. So that's kind of all I had. It does look like Canva, but it looks very advanced. I feel like I'm not as good at Canva as she is, I guess. So yeah, so look for that in the Real OG page. So I would love for this to be kind of an open dialogue. I would love to hear if anyone is doing anything that is working for them right now. If you had a successful Morning Meltdown launch, or I think that it's Jody, although I'm not sure if Jody's on. She's not planning to launch her Morning Meltdown group until I think it's prep week this week. And then they're actually starting on Monday. So I'd love to hear about that. If you're doing a sneak peek that's working, I was going to have ask Carrie to talk, because she has this new thing that they're rolling out with Shakeology retention, but her and her hubs are out on date night because he's off today. So I'll have her share another week, but I would love to hear any of that. And then if whatever you guys feel comfortable with. And then I would also love to hear questions. And if you're new, it's very intimidating to ask questions, I know, because you probably are wondering about everything. But if you are thinking it, or you are wondering, literally everyone else is too. We've all thought that when we were all new once too. So you can you can unmute yourself if you want to talk, but you can also just type it in the chat. So who wants to get started with something? Sharing.
Hey, Ashley, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Hey, so I don't know if anybody else is doing this. I'm doing the Rachel Hollis business coaching right now. I signed up actually earlier in the year, and it's honestly today she covered social media, and I feel like it's so much information. I'm going to go back through and watch it, and I would love to post it somewhere. And she had a ton of good tips about how to work each thing, like, kind of doing a big scheduling on like a Sunday or Monday. So you schedule your week out and you get your posts kind of organized and things like that. And I think it would be really something good for everybody to know, especially on your team, because you're so good at social. So I'm sure everybody just wants to do what you do, but we always want to make it our own. So I feel like it would be great information. So I'm going to try to compile that tomorrow, and I'm going to post it. I'll send it to you first just so you can take a look at it and then approve it going up somewhere. So
yeah. So tell us more about her business coaching, because I don't even know that was a thing.
Oh my God. It's been kind of life-changing. She literally goes through everything from finance to how to set a goal, how to get customers. It's each month she does live coaching for like 2 hours. She does business and life both. I did life and business, but business has been phenomenal for this specifically, because I've been able to go back and like watch things that were, maybe a little bit more in line with what I'm doing now versus what I was doing before. And so I'm going back and kind of restudying everything that she said this year and kind of applying it to my new career as a Beachbody coach. And it's been really, really helpful. But this month was all about social media. So it was huge for me. I loved it. So have you started implementing anything yet? It was literally like at 2:30 today. So no, but I'm going to, I'm going to schedule, like I said, I'm going to go back through tomorrow and take some more specific notes and then start implementing stuff probably this week. And then it just was really about planning and understanding each platform a little bit better and how they, even their algorithms and things like that. She gave a ton of information on that, like from Pinterest to YouTube to a whole bunch of different ways to kind of deliver the message. So I thought it might be great for your team to be able to broaden their scope a little bit, because I don't know what everybody uses. We'd love to see that. How much is her coaching? How much I think like per month I know it was like $400 for the year. Oh, that's cheap. It's cheap. For a year? So, yeah, and it's every month and it's 2 hours per class. So and you get really, I think you can still sign up for the whole year and you get everything from January. but I'm not 100% certain on that. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
still open. But, it's on her website. So if anybody's into, it's like thehollisco.com,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just go under coaching and it's there. But truly it's been kind of changing for my whole, now that I'm doing this, kind of entrepreneurship. She's the queen of entrepreneurs. So I think it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Good. Well, way to make that investment, because you're a pretty new coach too. So that's amazing that you invested.
Well, that was in January. I did it in January, just trying to get things going with my, personal training side of stuff. And then now that I'm doing this, I was like, whoa, this is going to apply to Beachbody. It's kind of, I always believe in that universe happening. I bought it for, I bought it for a reason, and I wasn't sure what it was. And now I know what it was for. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. We'd love to see that if you could share.
Yeah, I will. I'll put all the notes together tomorrow. Just really kind of more summary of what each platform does and kind of how to deliver.
Yeah. And I'll throw this out there. I actually kind of didn't think I was a Rachel Hollis fan until she spoke at Summit. And my bar was pretty low for her. I just was like, I'm just not a huge fan of hers. I don't know. I was feeling like she just regurgitates content. And then she blew me away at Summit, and I thought she was one of the best live speakers that I've ever seen, and really appreciated so much more about her. And so it makes me want to go to her full-on conference. And I think what I'm going to do, so I have a diamond retreat, so that you guys know, I have a diamond retreat scheduled for November 7th for Star Diamonds. They come in the 7th, and then 8th and 9th. So you have to hit Success Club every month, and you have to be a diamond or have advanced. So if you came to last year's diamond retreat, you have to have advanced your business beyond diamonds to Star Diamond or something. So that's in November, and there's still time to qualify for that. And then Rachel Hollis is hosting her Rise conference. There's a bunch next year, but there's one in San Diego. I think it's in, oh gosh, was it August? It might be August is the San Diego one. It's not, hold on. June. It's June. So, yeah, I was thinking that I would buy the tickets for you guys, and we would do our diamond retreat coinciding with that, and we'd go to San Diego, which I feel like would be so fun. And I heard amazing things about her conference. She was just in Dallas, and I opted not to go because I felt like it was the weekend after Summit. It was going to be too much. And again, I wasn't a fan. So, whatever, I canceled my tickets and stuff. And now I'm like, man, I wish I would have gone. But, so put that on your guys's calendar or goal board or whatever, that we will go to her conference in San Diego next June. Oh, you're going to that one, Steph. Okay, good. Well, I would just reimburse your ticket then when you get to Diamond if you want to go. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I don't think they're for sale yet. The tickets, the San Diego ones. I think they only released the first 2 dates. And I'm having a baby in February, so I can't go to those first 2 ones. Okay, so what else? Anyone else have anything cool? Personal development, like maybe a podcast or a book that they listen to? Any tips? Or is anyone struggling right now? Does anyone need help, encouragement, advice, love, tough
love?
Hey,
Ashley, it's Marissa. I've got a question.
Hey,
okay. I'm struggling. I need one more person,
okay.
And my fingers are legit going to fall off because I've been typing so much on my phone. So one question I've got somebody who doesn't want to, pay the money for the auto shipments every month. So if I get her to sign up right now and have her cancel the auto shipments for next month for the performance line, would she get like $82 back? Because that's the cost of the performance line.
She wouldn't get anything back. Canceling only cancels their future shipment. So signing them up, they have like their initial fee, and that's going to give them their first shipment. But then canceling the auto ship just means that she won't be billed again. Like they won't ship anything else out.
That makes sense. But would she still have access to the morning meltdown if because she just cancel the auto shipment, so she'll still have access.
The only way that they don't get access is if they return their program. That's how she would get her money back, and she would not get, then they would shut off access if she returned her program, like if she bought it and then returned her challenge pack. But if all she does is just can't, and sometimes when people are very skeptical of it, I will tell them, I'll say, oh yeah, no, this does sign you up for auto ship, but don't worry, it's super easy to cancel with a phone call or a live chat. I can even help you do it. And actually, I don't think you can do live chat anymore. So I would just say with a phone call, and I can even help you do it. And if they're really worried, I would say we can even do it like, the next day. We can do it right after, so that you're not going to be getting that next shipment.
Okay, cool. Would she still have to pay the coach fee every month of $15?
If she enrolls as a coach, she would. But if she's not wanting to order product, then it doesn't make sense for someone to sign up as a coach, because then the only reason it makes sense for someone to sign up as a coach is if they plan on ordering, because then they're going to get a discount. Otherwise, it's going to cost them $16 a month. And they're not going to be getting the discount because they're not buying anything.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Grace, that's a good line. I always tell people they can manage their subscription after their purchase. That's a good line. Erin said she's struggling too. It's been great, but having a hard time with the no's. And so I've kind of stopped inviting, which is not going to help me go forward. I'm doing PD. How do you handle the no's? So I can tell you, hands down, guaranteed 1000%, no questions about it, I get more no's than any of you. Probably all of you combined, because I just talk to more people. No's are just a part of the business. And I also can guarantee that 95% of the no's turn into yeses eventually. A no really, it doesn't really mean anything about you. I think a no really is people's own limiting beliefs, and their ability, and they're doubting whether this will work for them, whether they can make that investment, whether their husband will be on board with it. They've tried everything in the past and haven't been successful at anything. They're hoping that they can just join a gym and see the same results, or I'll start this new cleanse on Monday and see results. Eventually, they'll realize they're trying all these things, nothing's sticking, and here you are 6 months later, still showing up, still, committing, having great results, helping other people, and they're going to be like, well, maybe this freaking thing will work. Like, eventually they all come around, but you can't let no's get to you, because no's don't mean anything about you. It's everything about them. And it's our job to just share this with everybody and talk to people. So if you're afraid of no's, there's a book called Go for No. It's really small, and it's written in like a story kind of way. I would recommend reading that. It was one of the first personal development books I ever did. But I don't care when people say no. I'm like, cool, because I just know, like, cool, you've got some more work to do on your brain before you're ready. And you also just need to watch me more and make sure I'm not going anywhere, and see proof that this can work for you by me continuing to show up and also showing that it's working for other people. So I don't put any pressure on any conversation that I have ever. And I can see every single day, I don't check it that often, but I can see on my insights how many unfollows I get daily. And it's like hundreds some days. So those are all no's. Those are all people like, I don't even want to see what you're putting out there. Fine. Those are not my people, right? And then I get a lot. I mean, I know I'm at a level now where I get a lot more people coming to me, but I get, like, if I put an invite out there publicly, and I don't do behind the scenes one-on-one inviting so much anymore, unless I see somebody that is engaging with me a lot. Like they've messaged me, or somehow I see them and I'm like, I feel like they would be my tribe. Actually, there's a girl, she's not on here, Amanda. We were messaging back and forth for so long, and I was going to her page just on my stories, and I'm like, man, she would make such a good coach. And one time I sent her a message, I'm like, man, I wish you were a coach on my team. And she's like, well, I've thought about it. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not a coach? And she's like, no. I'm like, what? So sometimes I invite people. It took her another 3 months to join, but it's I don't do a lot of behind the scenes inviting, but when I do put out public invites, I get, you know, a lot of requests, and I would say 80% of them end up ghosting me after that initial reply. So I know that I get more no's. The only reason that I get more yeses than people is because I'm getting more no's. And so I would just say, like, you can't get discouraged by the no's because they don't mean anything about you. If you're getting discouraged by the no's, you're taking it personally, and it's really them. And when you start to get discouraged, you're helping people give up on them, because they're like, if you think about how when you're following someone, if you reach out or they reach out to you and you're interested in what it is that they have, or you're curious about it, and then they offer it to you, you don't think anything about them, like, how dare them? I think they're just going to take my money and run. They're not going to help me. They're not going to, it's really nothing about them. It's like, I don't know. That's a lot of money. And I feel like I've tried so many things before. I don't know. Like, and I don't think my husband will want me to do that. You know, he'll be upset. And it just sounds like a big commitment, and it's scary. I just don't know, like, what is that group like? I think I might need more motivation, right? It's all me. It's all my limiting beliefs, my struggles, my issues. It has nothing to do with you. So you can't take the no's personally. All you can do is put that as fuel to be like, all right, I got to keep going. I got to go talk to more people to get those yeses. And I also need to prove that to this girl that is struggling with confidence so badly that she won't even invest in herself. I need to prove that this can work for her. And I need to be that ray of light, you know, take every no and put the pressure on. All right, well, I just got to keep showing up for her. Right. Cause their no's are always going to happen. And I'm sorry if that sounded cocky, that like I get more no's than all of you, but I do. Like, I hear no, I hear that word more than any other word, or I'll hear ghosts, I'll hear crickets, right? More than anything else. You only get yeses by hearing the no's. You promise. So kind of get used to it, because those aren't going anywhere.
I have some good stuff that I found. Oh, sorry.
Hey, yeah, share.
So the Shameless Moms Academy, PD, if you've heard of that one.
No. Is that a book?
So good. No, it's a PD on the PD app. And she's amazing.
I don't know what that means. PD on the PD app.
Or the podcast app. It's late here.
Okay.
On the Apple, it's the Shameless Moms Academy. She has like an accountability group on Facebook too that I just started to be a part of. But she's really good. And then on the new Coach Wake Up Call, or whatever it's called, the Brooke Lipoff YouTube video about what's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
That is gold. So I'm like doing a lot more coach mentorships and like really focusing on that right now. And that video, I've had some of my challengers that are, you know, starting to coach now. We're just like, that was so just like easy to listen to. They talk about compensation. So if anybody's not using that in their coach groups, like it's gold. So I'll copy it or paste it here.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I don't know how she's so smart to put that together. Brooke Lipoff is actually the person who put together that meal plan thing that I just showed you earlier. She's like queen of all the things, apparently.
Yeah, it's and it's not like totally geared towards her team, so multiple teams can use it. So yeah, it was good to help my coaches who are coaching understand it. It was just, it's great.
Yeah, good. What is the Shameless Mom Academy about? Is there
it's
podcast you listen to?
I just started listening to it, but she's a mom and she just like went from what was she doing? She was doing I forget what her job was, but it's just really great. She has so much content.
I just subscribed because I'm excited.
Yeah, because I love Brooke Castillo, but I needed something else. And it's just all about goal setting. Some are longer, some are shorter. It's
Good.
Yeah,
I'm in. Speaking of coach mentorship, so I would recommend you guys to start a sneak peek. Maybe, I mean, this week it's Tuesday, so maybe it's too late. I don't know, but you could still do a sneak peek this week. You can team up with each other, or do a sneak peek the first week in August. And then, because we're going to do anyone who joins that week, right? Anyone who joins you, by the 11th, I guess, starting the 12th, we're going to have a push to Emerald. So it'll be a 5-day like training, where we talk about why you want to become an Emerald coach, and we'll have testimonies in there and how to do it. Heather's going to do a call on inviting. So that first week, so you can put them into there. And then anyone who goes Emerald or isn't Emerald, our Diamond Dash starts on the 19th. So it'll be like a nice for anyone that's new and is interested in working the business. You can talk about this on your social, that you've got this. And I would take, ownership of it. If it were me, I would say, my team and I are putting together this mentorship where we're going to help mentor you, instead of like the coaches on my team are doing this thing. Like take ownership about it, and because you'll be checking in with them and have maybe your own separate group. But you can say, for anyone that's been curious about this, like, I'm going to be working with the top coaches on my team, and we're putting together a training where you'll get to know all the secrets of like how we do this. And if you want to run and you want to really be successful in this business, we've got groups to plug you into or whatever. So you could talk about that on your stories and just get people geared up for that. So that'll start, Emerald group starts the 12th, and then the 19th is the Diamond. Okay. I'm just reading comments.
Ashley, are there any qualifications for the Emerald Dash, or is it gonna be a separate page? Is it gonna be in the coach family? What's your guys' vision?
Yeah, it's a separate page, and I don't think there's any qualifications.
Perfect.
Probably they have to be active. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I just figured anyone can be in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So this guy, David, just messaged, and he said he's in the UK, and they had, so it's 2:30 a.m. Wow. Because he's committed. Well, that's exciting. I'm excited. She earned a UK Success Club trip to Spain. Holy crap, that's amazing. Good for you guys. I'm excited to see what you guys do. Also, I don't know what's going on with that document. Because there are names on there, on the Diamond thing. So there are names, so some people are able to add. I'm not sure why some people aren't adding or aren't able to add. Can you guys tell me, are you struggling? Because Stephanie said she wasn't able to add today. And I know I've had to change access a few times for some random reason. Yeah, there's been more payments than this, I know, but there's 23 names on the list now. So people are able to add. But so if you pay on PayPal, make sure you get your name added to this list. The last edit was made 2 hours ago. So some people are able to. I'm not really sure what is going on.
Hey, Ash, sorry, I got kicked out of the chat. So I don't know if you said it, but for the Emerald, if we have coaches that are kind of like, meh, they can go in it as well, I assume, right? It doesn't have to just be like, okay.
Yeah. If they just want to, learn more or something, then they are welcome to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, true. That's true, Rachel. Usually you do have to do it from your desktop, I feel like. Computers, sometimes it doesn't let you do it from your phone. Stacy said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been showing up for a year on IG and Facebook doing my workouts and inviting. I get a little bit of interest, but I swear I cannot get people to commit to the price. I know it's been asked a million times before. What is a good way to explain the cost? So I think the scripts are a good way to explain the cost. Because it has a breakdown of like, this is what you get for everything. And it's really kind of insane. Like some people spend, you know, $50, $60 a month on a gym membership. So they're getting like in 2 months, basically, they're getting 30 meals. They're getting access to a gym for a year. They're getting nutrition guide, meal plan, accountability, motivation, support. I mean, you can't buy 30 meals for the cost of a challenge. Like, you can't even go to Taco Bell for the cost of a challenge pack, right? Like every day for 30 days. Like it's just, it's an insane value. So I think you just got to break down what they get. And it is broken down in the scripts. The other thing that I would say is watch your stories from an outsider's perspective and watch your feed from an outsider's perspective. Is what you're putting out there, is that enticing? I had a friend that I'm a big fan of tough love because I just feel like sometimes people need to hear it, right? And I love her, and she's on here, so hopefully she'll know what I'm talking about. But she's so great. And then things started getting really hard in her life, and she's really busy, and there was so much going on, and her stories shifted to where she was wanting to be authentic and real and true. And there is that's important. But I started thinking, like, if I weren't a coach, I wouldn't want to join you anymore because it doesn't look fun. So I told her that, and, you know, now it's changed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to sign up on your team again. So I think you have to look at what you're putting out there. If you are doing your workout and every time you do your workout, you're miserable, why would anyone want to do that with you? You don't have to be a fan of working out to make it look like it's a fun thing, right? And if you're like showing up frazzled and stressed every day, why would anyone want to join you? Because it doesn't look like your life is very fun, right? Your words can say, I like this, but if your energy sucks, or if what you're putting out there is not exciting, or if it's one-dimensional. So if you're putting out there where it's just all your world is Beachbody, and all you're doing is working out and doing your meal plan and drinking your shake and cheersing to your Energize and whatever, it's one-dimensional and it's boring. And I think a lot of times people have trouble relating to that. Like, what about your life can people relate to? Can they connect with? So you're really wanting to sell your lifestyle. So if you've been showing up every day for a year, I think you have to kind of really look and say, would I want to join me? What am I putting out there, and would I want to join me? Because maybe you wouldn't even want to join you, because maybe you are showing up with no confidence. Maybe you're showing up and you're not even talking on your stories. And it's just pictures. Maybe you're showing up and you're one-dimensional. Maybe you're showing up and you look like you make this look miserable or not fun, or you're so busy, or, you know, like there's moms. I never understood why you would want to be a mom before, because the way that some moms talk about it is just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's so hard. And like, I lost myself in it, and all I am is a mom now. And like, oh, but I love my kids. They're the best, but it's the hardest job in the world. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make me want to be a mom. You know, I didn't want to be a mom until Revi was like, I don't know, a year old. And I was like, okay, this is getting good. But I didn't really want to be a mom. And so I try to share, like, I get to still be me. I get to, you know, she's just added to the joy of it. But my life is not all about Revi. And my life isn't all about Beachbody. And my life isn't all about drinking or dogs or my husband, and it's not just about one thing. And I'll share the good and the bad of all the things, but in general, I think my life is amazing, and I'm so grateful I get to live it. And so I want to share that with people, and I try to sell my life because they can have it, right? They can have whatever their life is. And so I think you have to think about what it is that you're putting out there on your feed and on stories. Is it something that people would want to join? You know, so there's got to be some kind of real honest analysis of yourself. And Stacy, I don't follow you, so I can't say that I don't know exactly what it is. that is going on. But I think ask yourself if you would join you. Okay, good, Stephanie. I'm glad you got on there. Oh, wow. Okay. So I don't know who this is because it just says iPhone, but it says, I've been super vulnerable lately in my stories and the response has been insane. I'm finding I'm getting a lot more response to this. So I don't know if you guys weren't at Summit. You probably haven't seen Emily and I's speech because I don't know that anyone posted the full thing in the team page. But part of it is sharing the tough stuff too. Share the good, share all the different parts of you, but share the tough stuff too. And it's really hard to be vulnerable on there, but it's also really healing and really helpful. And if you think about the people that you follow, a lot of you don't want to do it all the time, but if there was someone that you really looked up to and you followed them and then all of a sudden they shared something that made them really human, because their life looks everyone's life looks so much better on Instagram than it does in real life, than it actually is in real life. Like, we all have struggles. Our house is messy. We snap at our kids. We get in fights with our husband. Something breaks and we can't afford it. We fall off the meal plan, whatever. Like, on social media, it's beautiful and filtered, and you put up and people used to think Rev didn't cry because I just didn't ever really show Rev crying. And then people would say, your baby never cries. So then I started to try to show her crying so that they knew, no, my baby cries. She was a super happy baby, but she didn't never cry. Of course she cried. So I think if you're watching people and they look really inspiring, they look really great, and then they post something that makes them human, and you're like, oh my gosh, she struggles too. Oh my gosh, she has 2 weeks of clean laundry that she hasn't put away too. Oh my gosh, she is having an emotional day. Oh my gosh, she's also eating donuts and whatever, it just makes them human and relatable. And you're like, okay, cool. I can see myself. It bridges that gap more for people. I think they're like, I can see myself then living this life because she's also human. She's not perfect. So I love that you're doing that, iPhone, whoever you are. Yes, Brian said, I need to be better about sharing all the time. If you're not sharing consistently, you should be showing up every single day. Every single day. And some days, very rarely, but some days I don't make a post on my feed, but I will always be on stories. Always on stories. And the reason that I think stories are so important is because that's where people really connect with you. I don't feel like people super connect on my feed anymore because you can only get so much from text and a still photo, but people really get to see who I am, my sense of humor, what I'm about, what I'm like. They get to see when I'm fired up and I give motivation and stuff. And I think I did that today. Was that today? Yesterday, maybe. No, it was today. Today I gave like a little bit of like, here's kind of how I talk to my boot camp and train them on stuff. And I give them a little, kind of rant or whatever. So they get the taste of that. They get me when I'm drunk and crazy. So they get all of it. So I think stories are really important, but being consistent on stories and not only, it's so funny when people are like, I just don't story because I don't know what I have to talk about. Okay, well, I can say, some of my favorite people to follow on stories are Beachbody coaches who don't do shit other than like, we just work from our homes. So Emily, these are stories that I watch every day. Emily, Autumn, Shannon, Danielle, those 4 for sure. They're all coaches who work from home, who don't leave their houses most days. And they're very interesting. So I would just say, that's just a story that you're telling yourself. If you feel like if you don't do anything or like you don't have kids, Leticia Dominguez, if you follow her stories, they're very engaging, and she doesn't they're very Beachbody focused, and she doesn't have kids. So they're, I think it's all an excuse if you feel like you're not interesting. Like, I don't do anything. I don't have anything to story about. Yes, you do. You are alive and like you have a personality. So put it out there. So I think, yes, it's important to be consistent. Sorry, just reading more comments. Someone asked, I don't know anything about Instagram. Is there a place to learn the basics? Everything I learned about social media was pretty much on Google when I first started. Then that might lead you to like certain people and podcasts. Chalene Johnson has one called Build Your Tribe. I think that is kind of focused on social media sometimes. And then I think there's another one. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I unsubscribed. Is it Amy Porterfield, you guys? Does that sound right? Does anyone know about that? Amy Porterfield. It's like social media stuff. I don't know. Google knows all. Google is God. Sorry, I'm sure people that, whatever. Google is king. Okay. I am new to the finding people and inviting on Instagram. I would recommend watching Heather's call that she did called Inviting 101. It's in the Coach family under Files, the Team Happy Hour recordings. You could probably literally Google Instagram for Dummies. Someone said, I need an Instagram for Dummies. You could probably Google Instagram for Dummies and stuff would pop up. Yeah, so Joyce said she shared about her struggles with anxiety and depression and being a single mom and how she's been able to come off medication. And she was super scared to share because she didn't want to send people running. And instead, people are thanking her. And also, yeah, she said, I feel like I can take on the world. That's the thing, is like there's nothing that you're going through that no one else has ever gone through. Like, people are experiencing those things too. I do think it's important to spin it to win it and do it in a positive way, but it is very healing for you. It's very heavy to carry around this shame of things in your life. So open up about it, and then it makes you feel free, and it also brings people closer to you. What are the best times of day to post? I don't know. I don't know if I super pay attention to that. I would not do the super late at night. Because if it doesn't get traction, like pretty quickly after you post it, then Instagram's like, oh, this is not important. It doesn't show it to people. Oh, Autumn said when she was coming out of her rut, she started getting ready and sharing her outfits, even though she was just sitting at home just to create more content. And it started. I didn't realize that's why you did that, Autumn, but that is such a good idea. Brilliant. And it actually, I was always interested every day in seeing your outfit of the day. Well, that's a very smart thing to do. And I love that. Just super simple. But anyway, I wouldn't post super late at night, but I find my prime time to post is usually like between 4 and 6 p.m. Pacific. Other people that I follow, I notice they post like first thing in the morning. I think either of those are probably okay as long as the content's good. I just think late at night, I notice if I don't post something, like if it's after 9 p.m. Pacific, yeah, or even 8 p.m. Pacific, I don't really post it because everyone's sleeping, you know? Oh yeah, I don't know what that tip is. It said, Brianne said, I loved Allie's stories about getting ready and changing outfits and taking a bunch of pics for posts. Work smarter, not harder. I didn't see those, but I do think like on a day that you get ready, I've done that before. I'll get ready and I will take photos. I'll go on like a selfie parade and I'll take photos in like 3 or 4 different outfits and different angles and all these things. And then have those for later. So very smart. I'm guessing that's what Allie's was about too.
Yeah, like I only do my hair and makeup like once a month, I swear, I feel like. And so I change into like 9 different outfits and carry my selfie light around in different places in my house. So I have content for the month.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. Anyone else have any other questions or things, tips, tricks, anything on social or whatever? that they want to share? Okay. Well, I think that's it then. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I will, Steph, if you could put together whatever it is that you're going to put together, you don't need to send it to me first for approval. I'm sure it's fine and great and beautiful. And you can post that in the group. And then I'm going to, right now, when I get off, post the meal plan thing that I shared. And if she continues to share them, I will share them with you guys. I'm guessing she shares them like Saturday or Sunday or something before the week, so you can get them to your guys' challengers. But thanks for hopping on. I like that it's a more intimate call, and I like knowing that all of you guys are with me. And so next week, so we have 2 more days, well, 1 more day after, because tonight's almost over, to hit Success Club. So do whatever you can to do that and lock your spot in. And then I think it'll be the 6th. On the 6th, next week's call will be the Success Club party, I'm guessing. So, oh, I can tell you guys, we're having a boy. I don't know how to, like, if I'm going to make a big deal about it on social or not, but, yeah, we're having a boy, and I don't remember if I told you guys about the stress that would happen if we had a girl. But because of the testosterone injections, it was very scary. She could have been born with severely mutated private parts, which was like terrifying. So it was like a huge sigh of relief, even though John and I were both kind of like wanting another girl until we learned about that it would cause birth defects. Or could cause birth defects. So then it was just like, it was almost like I didn't know if we were actually going to be having a baby or not, because I didn't know how affected this baby would be if it was a girl. So it was such a sigh of relief and so exciting. And we saw him on yesterday on the ultrasound, and he said everything looks fantastic. All the genetic testing so far has come back negative for anything, and so it is such a relief, and also so wild because now I have to deal with a little penis, and I don't know anything about those. But yeah, so a little boy on the way, and just act excited again when I share on social, but I don't know when that will be. Or maybe I think I'm building it up to be too big now, but whatever. It's exciting. So thanks for asking. Thanks for caring. Yeah, I've heard that. You don't have to, there's not so many holes and flaps and folds. I've heard the penis is easier, so. It's just, I don't have one and neither does Revy, so, you know, and I don't deal with Johns on a daily basis. So, you know, this will be like the first. All right. Anyway, okay. Love you guys. Bye.